We're going to talk about allopathy. This is the type of medicine which most medical doctors practice. Allopathy means that they attack the symptoms. If you have a headache, they want to use a painkiller. This is kind of like driving home and you have the red light comes on your oil light on your car, and you put a painkiller, you just cover it with a piece of tape so you don't see that red light, doesn't glare in your eyes. This type of sense of attacking the symptom, covering up the symptom, is like shooting the messenger, where the actual symptom is a message of the deeper disease. In homeopathy and naturopathy, we try to look at the deeper disease. Chelier said that as stress enters the body, we go into an initial alarm reaction rich in symptoms. We might be exposed to a toxin. We might be exposed to excess stress, etc., work stress. This can create the sore throat. This can create the bronchial problem, the asthma, etc. If we continue the exposure of the stressor, if we do not relinquish the exposure of the toxin, the stress in our lives, we go from alarm state, rich in symptoms, to adaptation state, where we adapt to the stress exposure. This then is a place where the symptoms might go away. The sore throat goes away because we have adapted to the exposure of the stress. If it continues, we go to exhaustion state, where the body is exhausted and eventually dies. This is the progressive pattern of disease. We must realize that here at number 2, the adaptation level, no symptoms. You can be progressively getting sick and have no symptoms. Allopathy, which attacks the symptoms, is an inappropriate form of medicine. It does not deal with the body real. When we get exposed to toxins, the body needs to excrete those toxins. If we are exposed to those different chemicals, which we are every day and every hour, if we manufacture those toxins in our own body, which we need to release, if we are exposed to excess toxins, we will have excess excretion. If we have excess excretion, it might be diarrhea, sinusitis, skin irritations, etc. If we are then so unlucky as to go to an allopath, the allopath will mistake our symptom, the diarrhea, the skin irritation, the sinusitis. He will see that as the symptom, and he will attack the symptom, thereby driving the toxin deeper. This driving the toxin deeper is another problem with allopathy. Allopathy interferes by shooting the messenger, by not dealing with the adaptation states. We think that somebody who is symptom-free is healthy, and they are not. We must realize lack of symptoms is not a measure of health. We also need to realize that dealing with the symptoms might block the excretion. Allopathy is a bad form of medicine. It is an inappropriate form of medicine. We must now get into more ideas of homeopathy, where we look at the symptoms as messengers, where we look at the idea that the body might be dealing with stress, and that we want to go back and retrace the symptoms. In homeopathy, we want to retrace the ideas of where were they, so that we can release the problems, the initial stressors. And we want to encourage excretion. We want to realize if the body has diarrhea, it might be for a reason. If the body has a fever, it might be for a reason. To the homeopath, the body is smart. To the allopath, the body is stupid. We want to now get away from allopathy, a major bad form of medicine, and try to bring people to an awareness of homeopathy and naturopathy, nutrition, energetic medicine, and a host of other major types of ideas in medicine designed to take us out of the dark ages of allopathic symptoms, seeing people in crisis states, where we can move people to initial awarenesses, increase responsibility, make people aware and responsible of their own diseases, take people to a higher degree of awareness where they can start seeing the initial formations of illness, the initial formations of disease, deal with the initial factors, and create more harmonious balance, rather than the crisis design system of symptomatic attack of allopathy. So in the making of these tapes, I wanted to try to express how a new form of medicine to replace the flawed system of allopathy.